This is the Army Combat Shirt, known as the ACS, made by Massive for the United States Army. I'm sure Army Reserves, National Guard units would use it also. Their combat shirt. The center section is a kind of moisture wicking material. There's a stretchable kind of spandexy material in the center here with a breathable mesh on the top and the whole bottom section here. The side parts here are UCP. That's kind of old and a little faded out, more kind of grayish. Has pockets on the side here. Female Velcro along it. This has a little IR reflective tab that's coverable with a flap there. Zippers that come up the front, non-expandable. All the edges are sewn down flush on the pocket, so the pocket won't expand any bigger. It'll just kind of bow out a little bit if you shove something in there. Not a whole lot of room, but I'm sure you could shove a notebook in there, or maybe some medical equipment, some pens, something like that up in there. Has this nice little sewn kind of zipper pull to make it easier to pull the zipper up and down if you need it into it quick. Just grab that tab, which is kind of handy. Little flaps that fold over and hide the zipper, kind of give it a nice clean look there. On the bottom part here, there's some sections to hold, looks like a couple of pens or pencils shoved down in there. The end here is kind of like a spandex cuff that has a Velcro closure in addition to that. Just a little 1-inch piece of male Velcro there. Female Velcro on the bottom, so you can tighten it up on your wrist however tight you need it. Looks like on the inside of the arm here, there's kind of like a reinforced elbow pad. Has these little kind of round rubber knobs on there to kind of make it slip resistant. Looks like it's reinforced and sewn over the actual material used in the sleeve, which Massive doesn't say what that material is. They just say it's a proprietary Massive fabric. High tech for moisture wicking something or other. On the side here, you'll notice the UCP pattern and that same material kind of travel down the side and then goes into the mesh on the front here. This one's a little old and worn, seen some use. There's some holes worn into it, some stains on there. Move around to this side. Same cuff, elbow pads, the same size pocket here. A little bit different on this one. It doesn't have a single huge piece of Velcro here. It has a smaller Velcro piece on the bottom for like a name tag. A larger square here for maybe, I'm not sure what you'd put on there. Rank, maybe a bigger IR or reflective tab, something like that. And a larger patch on here where they put the flag. This one's IR reflective. One different feature from some of the shirts up top here is the collar. It's just kind of expandable, not really a like turtleneck, but it's probably about 1.25 inches or so tall. You can see this one's kind of like stretched out and floppy. I've been hearing that they kind of do this after a while. Once they get worn out, the collars get stretched and they just flop around. Some people kind of prefer this style. You get that big collar out of the way and it's not rubbing on their neck. Other people hate this style because this little part rubs. You can't fold it over out of the way, like if you could just work down a zipper and fold the collar over. So, I guess it's just personal preference on what you prefer there. On the bottom part, get down to the bottom seam here, kind of just folded over and stitched. Nothing elastic or anything, no drawstrings on it. Seams are really flat, so that way if you're wearing body armor real tight over the top of it, these seams don't rub and chafe you. on the front, star, U.S. Army, Army Strong. I've seen some of them without this. I don't know if it fades or it scratches off after a while, or if maybe they made a couple different versions, some with, some without. Not too sure about that. Swivel this around and kind of look at the back section. The entire back of the shirt is that kind of mesh material. You can kind of see my fingers through there. You can see a little bit of daylight through there. Really thin material, moisture wicking. Gets the sweat out away from your body and helps your body cool. And, if you look on the inside here, you can see a really worn, faded, massive Mountain Gear Company Army Combat Shirt. Really, really, really hard to read some of that stuff in there. But there you go. That's kind of a general overview of an Army combat shirt.